Welcome to episode 78 of Gintama, continuing the Yagyu arc. Last time, Kagura and Okita teamed up for an amazing, hilarious fight and beat one of the guys, so we'll see how the rest of them fare this time, and I don't know if it'll be wrapped up in this episode. I could see it going for one more, but we'll see what happens. Either way, let's get into it. We're going to watch and discuss. Subtitles and timer are on the screen if you'd like to follow along, or you can pull up the episode on the side. Let's jump into it in 3, 2, 1, play. Little recap for what's going on. So yeah, the rest of the fight's playing out, learning more details about Otai and Kyubei's relationship as children, maybe seeing some of what Kyubei did on his journey. Maybe that'll be for later, I don't know. But this fight was hilarious, so I hope the others are just as ridiculous. And then the ultimate headbutt, when she swung him around. Excellent combo. Something absurdly ridiculous where you fucked up massively turned into an incredible, badass finishing move. That one little moment perfectly encapsulates Gintama. You did a really stupid thing, you fucked up, it was ridiculous, and it was immediately turned into a serious, badass shonen victory. That's just Gintama in a nutshell for you, I guess. So, yeah, perfect. But while the OP is playing, let me say that if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. Gintama comes out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, in addition to other videos every day of the week. Also, check out the description down below for Twitter and Patreon and Discord and all that stuff. Patreon is real cool if you want to support the channel and get these videos way early and vote in polls for what shows I watch and get exclusive vlogs and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much. I like this opening a little more after hearing it a couple more times. Could end up wrapping this arc up in this episode, but I feel like we won't. So let's see. And that's fine. Give it time. So we beat the first dude, Nishino. Mayonnaise versus Ketchup, of course. The fated duel that had to happen. They're both out. Where's Kagura? Yeah, that ankle is bad. So she's not there anymore. She went off, of course. She had the broken arm, so she could still walk away. It's actually kind of fucked up. Because, like, you know, he didn't consent to that happening. That wasn't the plan. Kagura just grabbed him, swung him around, broke his dish, and knocked him out. It was badass, but... It was badass, but then when you really think about it, yeah, it's fucked up. And then because it's Kagura, you know that she felt happy about it, and then would do that. And the fact that she's got, like, the plate bra... They're treating it like this really serious thing, like, how could this happen? Who would do this to Okita? Now he's gotta play it off. Oh, hi. Are we just eating? Is this their fight? It's just like, let's put ketchup and mayonnaise on things and see which one is better. Are they just having a person who's picky with food is also picky with people? I think I agree. Because that's me. I'm both of those things. So yeah, they're like tasting the other person's. It's a cook-off. Is that what's happening? No, they're doing their own topics. They're just eating toppings, condiments. Has it? What is the battle? Okay, but is that a battle? I guess, sure, just if that's what you want to do. Goddamn. Who has more guts to squeeze out more of their preferred condiment onto their food? Yeah, seems that way. I am also seen as that, but not to the extent where I do that. But I do like tomatoes. Put ketchup on tomatoes. This man will put mountains of mayonnaise on everything. He doesn't even know what it is? You don't know mayonnaise? I guess he did. I guess he did. He just didn't think he would put mayonnaise on that. Yeah, you've met your match. Although ketchup's just way better. Yeah. What? That's not true. He was just trying to say the same thing, but he had no direct parallel for tomatoes. The fuck is mayonnaise made of? Whoa! That escalated quickly. Holy shit. Alright, so we've just got a serious fight on our hands now. I thought we were having a cook-off, but nope. That was just preparation for just a legit sword duel. With his giant ass plate. Alright, let's see who's better. I think this is going to be a pretty serious fight. You never know what kind of weird shit's going to happen. But I think more so than the last fight, it's just kind of going to be a sword battle. Reading each other's moves, trying to outwit each other, see who's the better swordsman. Alright, this guy's good. He knew what Hijikata would be thinking. Yeah, he has really strong instincts, but he's taking advantage of that. Recognizing his instincts and knowing how he'll act. Yeah, of course. When using real swords, you've got to avoid getting hit. But this guy knows that he's going to act that way. How high is he? Where the fuck's he going? That was a hell of a jump. So it's a bit of a bad matchup. Different fighting styles, which are pretty cool. And the bad luck of Kagura stealing his dish. So good on you, Kagura. This is your fault too, but it's fine. Okay. Pretty good, Ketchup Man. We're not trying to score points, though. Hopefully his real experience will allow him to win in the end. Is there even a point? All right, go ahead. Whoa, holy shit. When did he do that? God damn. That jump is really just a waste of time. Why did you... Wait, what? I thought he swatted that away, but he actually caught it and kept it. Awesome. Holy shit. I didn't see that coming. He does. What a fascinating parallel in sticking to his dojo style and how it relates to ketchup and or mayonnaise. So yeah, we're definitely going into more episodes for this arc after this. Okay. I mean, there are different... oh my god. There are different styles, you know, people who train for different things. But you definitely shouldn't make excuses. But there's also nothing wrong with, you know, acknowledging that maybe in a different context they would have won. But he prides himself on his effort that he's put into this style. I thought it was over before when it seemed like he had his dish, but good move, but not quite what it seemed. We're still going. Yeah, but I think he's going to surprise you by improvising something you didn't expect. Just whacking it. Okay, if that works. Just go all out on him. It will tire him out, though. It sure seems like it. He's blocking them really easily. Damn. Okay, good move. Still blocked that. Every situation? Damn, threw some water in his eyes. rather than instinct. It's specific forms that he's studied for all of these situations that he has to make judgments about in the moment. Yeah, like he's really good. This is a serious, intense fight. They've just been watching. this is a this is their fight. Do not interfere. It may end up being a tie. They might both break, but at the very least, Hijikata will at least break his. Or maybe he'll keep his, but he'll be too tired to keep fighting anymore. Anybody else? And he came and kicked all their asses. Just sitting there, confronting all of them. Didn't give a shit. Okay. Surprising backstory all of a sudden. Also surprising long hair. Okay, he couldn't beat all their asses. He certainly tried. I didn't expect to get a flashback about them, but that's really cool. Little Okita? Kondo looks weird like that for some reason. What a badass. Oh yeah, he's pretty awesome. Oh, nice. Okay, well, did they say how many years ago this was? How old is Okita? You probably could. Clearly, he had some interest. What did he go off to go do? Challenge more people? He's actually stopping people who want to go wreck their dojo. Clearly, he respects that they took him in and the work that he's watched them doing. Nice. So we got like 20 dudes again. Since right now. Yeah, look at that. Ow. He was actually practicing while he was supposed to be healing. Oh, that's what happened? Yeah. Yeah, what does he have planned? How's he gonna win? What's he... Whoa! Holy shit! That was very quick. That was sudden. It's from the department store, automatic doors. Different department store this time, though. I wouldn't get my hand caught in the same department store automatic door twice. What am I, an idiot? Okay, so I didn't expect that whole episode to be about their fight. Once it got started, it kind of seemed like it was going that way, but from before I started, I didn't expect that. So yeah, clearly this arc is going to be a little longer than usual, which is cool. We've got some after credit stuff. Sorry for skipping the ED, but it's just a little tiny after credits thing. Let's just see what they say. Yeah, that's right. This guy is still pretty injured from Okita. But that's two of them down. Is he gonna... Yep. Okay, well, there that goes. Yep, felt like that's where that was going. The head. Do we get to have... I was thinking of Gintoki fighting him. You know, Kyubei is like the boss. But Shinpachi and Kondo have the more personal involvement, so they might fight him. And then there's the grandpa. I don't know about him. But we'll see. I feel like Gintoki's going to fight this guy. We'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be a team bout. Let's talk about it. Alright, episode 78. Almost entirely Hijikata versus the Ketchup guy. And a little Hijikata Kondo backstory, which was really unexpected, but really nice. It was nice having a serious fight, which is what I kind of expected from this arc. I expected some humor and some goofiness to the fights too, because it's Gintama. But you know, this is an arc. It's a little longer. It's a little more serious. We've got this mission to go do. 4 Devas, we've got opponents to fight, let's go. I expected there to be at least a little bit of serious fighting in there, and I loved Kagura and Okita fighting together, and that was so ridiculous and funny. It's great to have a mix. It's cool to have this fight that has a lot of serious moments to it as well, and some funny moments. It's great to have fights that are more comedic. Gintama just does both so well. So to have this fight like this, and of course you know they're fated rivals with the ketchup and the mayonnaise, so it has to happen, and just that sort of extra layer to it makes it funnier automatically. Yeah, it was cool having the more serious fight. It felt a little slow, just because like the whole episode was devoted to it, which I didn't expect. I didn't know how long this arc would be. Not too bad. I enjoyed it. It just felt a little like how maybe your typical shonen battle anime would feel when you've got some of the side characters who go off to get a fight and then it takes the entire episode. It felt a little slow, but it was good, and I like the amount of detail they went into about the fighting styles that they were using. It really wasn't just, let me swing my sword at you and just see what happens, wait till one of us hits the other. They went into a lot of depth about their differences in their fighting styles and why he might have an advantage over him and how he's going to overcome that, and it was cool. It added some depth. It was intriguing, made me wonder how he's going to win. I knew Hijikata wasn't going to lose at the very least. He would probably win. At the very least, it'd be a tie and they'd take each other out, or maybe Hijikata would take him out, but he'd be too injured to go on, even though his plate was still intact. Something like that. I knew he would definitely break his opponent's plate, but just didn't know how he was going to do it, and getting the backstory in there was great. Seeing them like that, him with the longer hair, Kondo, who really doesn't look all that different, and yet really does. Like, the small, subtle changes affect him a lot somehow. And little baby Okita, it was adorable, and he was cheating with his training, which was hilarious. But yeah, Hijikata going from dojo to dojo, just being this man who wanted to fight all of these people, and then being helped out by Kondo, getting to rest there, watching them training, watching them be so diligent, and actually taking influence from that and training himself while he should be resting, and then getting that help from Kondo and becoming so indebted to him. That was really, really cool, because we've heard them talk about their relationships with Kondo and why they're part of the Shinsengumi and why they work under him and respect him. And so to see that, to see how they met, is really great. Before the fight, you have a little bit else with them finding Okita, because you've got Kondo and Shinpachi on the sidelines the whole time, not interfering, because this is his fight and they've got to leave it to him. They could, like, go elsewhere and try to get somebody else, like, go fight one of the other guys, but they're going to watch. So to have them find Okita at the beginning, and they make it out to be such a big, serious thing, because yeah, it was badass. The finishing move was awesome, but it wasn't the plan. That's not what Okita thought was going to happen or wanted to happen. She just grabbed him and swung him into the guy, knocked him out, and broke his plate. You took the other guy out, but you took him out too. So the fact that Kondo is so disturbed by this, and then we get the picture, which was just beautiful, of Kagura with the plates on her tits and just like over Okita and Shinpachi trying to hide it. That was pretty incredible. I honestly thought we were just going to have a cook-off or something like that, just a taste test thing where it's literally just ketchup versus mayonnaise. I wouldn't have been surprised. When we first saw them sitting down and eating, I thought that's where we were going. Did eventually turn into an actual fight, but that would have been fine too. And we have how he doesn't like tomatoes, but he likes ketchup, and then he puts ketchup on tomatoes, and he tries to parallel that with mayo, but can't. And yeah, I mean, I love ketchup. It's my favorite thing in the world, and I don't fucks with mayonnaise, so I'm on his side there. But, you know, well, I was still rooting for Hijikata regardless. They just have this whole weird thing, and they eat so much of it, and no. But yeah, the fight was cool. There was some good strategy behind it, good technique. This guy was actually powerful, even though I assumed Hijikata would win. He put up a really good fight, and makes me want to see more of what somebody like Kyubey is going to be like. We've seen a display of his strength a little bit already, but I can't wait to see more, assuming we do, and it doesn't just turn into something really silly, but that'd be fine too. But I definitely want to see the full display of this kind of fighting style. But yeah, just Hijikata using real swords, being in real combat often. Of course, he has these well-honed instincts. They say he has like the best defensive instincts in the Shinsengumi, I think. If you've got a blade coming towards you, you instinctively are gonna react. But this guy understands that. He's able to read his opponent and tell that he's going to act that way, and then can respond accordingly and, you know, subvert his expectations and fight against those instincts. And because of his dojo fighting style, where it's less of a life or death situation and more about landing points, he just has a different style of attack that Hijikata is not really that well suited to defend against, which is really cool, because usually you would think, like, oh yeah, I've been in this life or death combat, I've had a real world experience, so I'm just better than somebody who has just done this dojo training. But it shows how these different styles have their own pros and cons when you put in a solid amount of effort, because this guy clearly has. He's put in a lot of work into this style to rival these people, which he's obviously very proud of. And he's like, I hate it when these people would try to make excuses for their losses, which you definitely shouldn't do. I think it is fair to point out, like, should you be fighting in a different type of style than what you're used to, could be fair to point that out and say, you know, hey, maybe that's part of the reasons why I lost, but, you know, you can't go whining about it and making excuses and be a big baby like, oh, we just fought in my style, it would have been fine. Acknowledging the details is okay, but yeah, that's understandable for him to get kind of pissed about that kind of thing. I loved the trick with the plate, how he made him think he took it, because I totally thought that he did. I thought that was incredible, but he just made him think it, and then he hit him. Really good stuff. The final blow was super sudden and quick and badass. But he underestimated Hijikata, just how much effort he's put into it. Like I said, I really like how that tied in with his backstory. This was like one of the longest, most typical shonen-y feeling battles that we've ever had in Gintama. But it was good. It had the comedic elements too. It had the strategy, the technique, the differing forms and ideologies between them, whether it's about their fighting styles or their condiment choices. And it was well done. It incorporated his character and backstory, gave us enough characterization for this guy. He felt like a threat. He was very tough. We're getting towards the end of the battle, and Hijikata's just swinging at him using brute force, and he's blocking it all, and it's feeling hopeless. It was basically like a normal shonen fight, but done in a Gintama way, and it was done really well. I think it was a little slow, but overall I enjoyed it a lot. His plate is still intact, but he just went through a pretty harsh battle, and you've got the after credit scene of the head of the Devas taking that one other guy out and getting ready to join the fight himself. So we'll see how that goes. Hijikata's injuries, of course, aren't too bad, because he did, after all, only get his hand stuck in a automatic door, so that's not that big of a deal. Maybe he'll be able to keep fighting, but yeah, it was enjoyable. This arc, like I said, didn't know how long it would be, so I didn't expect an entire episode to be devoted to this fight, but I'm good with taking our time, seeing all of these characters fight in whatever way they're going to, and getting more backstory with Kyubey and whatnot. I've been enjoying it, so can't wait to continue. So for now, let me know your thoughts on this episode, and we can talk about it further in the comments below. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel. Check out the description down there as well for Patreon and all that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.